My name is Lawrence Ray, also known as LRW3, and you are officially listening to the Talk to Me Nice podcast.
All I know is shooting. You come to events to feel important. Get your life together properly. I just bought a $200,000 house. Nigga, battle me with property.
You can't buy happiness, but you can buy local, and that's kind of the same thing. Support what supports you. We support all entrepreneurs on the Talk to Me Nice podcast. Shop smart, shop local. Contact a local business for your needs, and remember to talk to them nice. What do you do when you think you've done all you can? More. We started this podcast with a vision, a place for honest conversations, and we've done that. Virtually until now. I knew it was time, and I knew I couldn't do it alone, so I didn't. Instead, I made a call to 3 of the hottest rappers in Middle Georgia and some of my personal favorites. Today, we discuss music, styles, contracts, and what ifs. AG2, Rashad Young, Serion Los, and my co-host today, Demetrius Floyd. Without further ado, and for the first time in person, are you ready to talk to me nice? Yo, this your boy LRW3. Before we get started with the first episode of the Talk to Me Nice podcast that was in person, I just wanted to thank everybody for your support. I just wanted to thank the guys who came out and gave great energy. That was amazing. Salute to y'all. Of course, it was the first episode, so, you know, everything didn't go as planned. I mean, when the video come out and your head chopped off, you signed off that you was in the video.
I ain't talking shit, I ain't got my glasses. Say you can't see, you can't sign that.
That sound like a you problem at that point. We about to start. Everybody, nobody want to say nothing? Nobody want to say anything off limits now before we start? Oh, no. This your last one.
Don't give me in trouble with my wife, that's it.
Alright, you get yourself in trouble with your wife.
Nah, you in charge of all electronic puzzle, make sure everything good.
Hey, man, this the first episode, man. Yeah, like I know what I'm doing, man. Hold on. Yes, ma'am.
I'm just saying hello, everybody.
Hey, man, hello.
Mom, I love you to death. Don't do that again, though.
Alright.
Pricey
You
is
don't like water?
I'm gonna be like that. Shoot you did. I'm good.
What?
I'm burning up.
Alright, let's take a break real quick. But for the most part, we enjoyed ourselves. We had excellent conversations, and I can't wait to do it again. So LRW3, this is the Talk to Me Nice podcast. Without further ado, let's jump into it.
D-Mark got that heat.
This is your host LRW3 with the first in-person episode of the Talk to Me Nice podcast. On this episode, I have invited some of my favorite local artists, as well as my co-host today, one of my best friends, to discuss our favorite topic, music. So, without further ado, y'all know how we start this thing off on the Talk to Me Nice podcast, so they can understand where you're coming from. Let them know your experience. So, all of you all are artists, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I need to know something when we get started. I need to know how long have you been an artist. Let's just start there so they can know your experience level.
Alright, I'll go ahead. I'm Cameron, aka Rashad Young. I've been doing music for about 10 years, but I've really been going forth for the last 5, you know, from Runner Robbins. And I just love music, man, so.
What can they follow you at on social media?
Rashad.Young on IG. And you can find me on Facebook at Rashad Young on Facebook too.
That's a fact. Who next?
Word, I'm Serion Los. Man, I'm 26. I've been doing music for almost like more than 15 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got over 10 mixtapes. Like, I make music, man. So I've been doing this. You know what I mean? So I've been doing it for a while.
That's a fact. What can they find you? You told them where they find you on social media?
Serion Los, SARIEON_LOS. You know what I'm saying? Find me anywhere, man. On YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere.
Perfect. All right.
I'm your boy Anthony Garrett, you know, artist name AG2. I've only been doing music for about like 6 months, really. You know, you can find me on my Facebook page, AG2 Music, Instagram, same thing, AG2 Music, Twitter, same thing, AG2 Music. I'm here.
Y'all make sure now so they can hear you correctly, they can hear you answer now. Y'all make sure y'all talk up, man.
Got you, bro.
And of course, my co-host today, last but not least, let them know your name, let them know where they can find you.
Man, my name is Demetrius Floyd. I don't do music, but I enjoy it. I love it. Does the body good, love it. And find me on Facebook, Demetrius Floyd.
And Demetrius, he don't do music, but he definitely knows his music, so he definitely still earns a spot here today on this discussion. So, all right, we all said, how long you said you was doing music?
6 months.
So we got we got a broad base now. We got 10 years, we got 15 years, we got 6 months. So I'm expecting some different opinions now. If all y'all sound the same, that's an issue. All right, so let's just start the first question off like this. Do you all consider yourselves a singles artist, or are you more a whole project or type of artist?
I'll go first. I mean, unfortunately, I'm a project artist, and for this day and age, that don't really work nowadays. You really got to be single heavy to even get, out there, but I'm a project guy. You know what I'm saying? I got projects, none of them sound alike. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say I'm definitely a project guy.
So we got one project guy. What about y'all?
Right now, man, I'm gonna say I'm in between. It go all back to I pay attention to Russ. He was talking about I was dropping projects and wasn't nobody picking it up, so I just started dropping singles every week. It started bringing traction. So right now I'm working on a project, but the process of getting everything finished and getting it out, it's stressful because independently you got to put everything out by yourself. You don't got nobody backing you. So when it comes to trying to drop a project, you got to make sure that everything in line, got a track list, you got some visuals to put out if that's your thing. So, yeah, pretty much.
Right.
In between.
What about you?
That's a fact.
I'll say right now, I'm a single guy, I'm trying to work on a project, like he was saying, same thing, getting your visuals, being independent it's not easy, so I would say single, but when it comes down to it, I'm going to get to the project.
Yeah, and I figured, when I asked this question, I figured with their experience, they were going to say projects and you was going to say single. Reason being, when you first start, you got to first build a client, a fan base, which if you're just starting, you haven't earned that respect from people to sit there and listen to your whole project. You basically got to get that spotlight of that one song. If that one song is all right, I might go look to see what else you do. If that one song is trash, I'm good. But once you build that stand in the game, you might can get away with an alright song. You might get that second chance, but just coming in, you one and done. Either it's gonna happen with this, or it's not gonna happen at all. So that makes sense that you would be the singles artist of the group. Demetrius, anything you want to chime in on that?
No, not really. I think nowadays the attention span of the new generation is so short. I think you have to do singles. It helps a lot because trying to put a project, they're not really trying to hear. They're trying to hear, let me hear this one song, see what, okay. And then they'll keep coming back then eventually, I'm gonna listen to the project. I just think now with the generation, their attention span is so short, you have to catch their attention with a good singer.
Yeah.
And to piggyback off Cam, what Russ did was monumental in my eyes, right? Because he a project artist, really look at it. But he really took his project and dropped it every week. His whole, he had an album, he dropped a song every week. And really he just dropped his album, and he'll drop the album after that. So the formula he did is an amazing formula. It worked in that SoundCloud era. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to really push it on YouTube and Spotify and all that. But I tried that for a good month or so. It created traction. You know what I'm saying? It's a good regimen to do. So just piggyback off of him. That's why I said, unfortunately, I'm a project dude because I like bodies of work. Yeah. But the singles thing, if you can work it, it's amazing. You know what I'm saying?
And y'all brought up Russ. I know Russ, he's pretty much completely independent. I know he uploaded his stuff to TuneCore and basically, Have any of y'all used TuneCore before?
I use United Masters and DistroKid.
Yeah, so
DistroKid for sure.
Yeah, I've used TuneCore before. How it basically works, and that's smart because I know DistroKid, not to speak misinformed, they take I think they take a smaller percentage up front, but then they take a bigger percentage on the back end. TuneCore takes I think a one flat fee, and then they go from there. All right, I'm gonna put y'all on the spot and y'all on camera. So this is the first episode of the Talk to Me Nice. Now y'all see all these games and stuff in here. Alright, so there's a basketball goal over there.
You know what it is with me.
So we got one. So the question is, there's 3 people here.
I know what it is.
D-Mark got that heat.
To 5. Who is gonna be the first winner in the Talk to Me Nice shootout? It look like there's a challenge going on. Hold on.
I can break it down. United Masters, they got some new stuff going on now where like you can pay to be like a select artist.
Right.
And get a little more perks that come with it. Distro Kid, you can pay for like if you want to upload one single,
Right.
you can pay per single. I went ahead and paid my yearly due because I was like
Right.
the way I record music is like
Sporadic.
yeah, I don't want to just be recording music, but like, man, I can't upload it this week. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I go ahead and get the full year or whatever, I can just go ahead and just upload and just overload the population with music, basically.
Right.
So, and then with the only thing about United Masters, they take a cut. They take a real big cut. A real big cut. And the thing is now with them, you know, you can get your music on Facebook, TikTok, all that. United Masters, you gotta get that select artist. Distro Kid go ahead and throw it up on everything. Everything.
I'm gonna say this for an artist who's trying to decide which platform to use, because there's good parts of each one and there's bad parts. I think to decide which distribution to use, you gotta kind of be honest with yourself about what your project's probably gonna do.
Yeah.
If you know you're not gonna make a lot of money on it, then maybe it might be worth paying the smaller amount. Is, you know, I'm gonna pay less to get it out, and then they may take more on the back end. But honestly, if you're honest with yourself, you're not gonna make no money on it. There is nothing on the back end, therefore I just save myself money on my project. But if you're honest and you kind of know you may have a fan base, or you may have more people who follow you, and then maybe actually more income generated from that, you might want to go the TuneCore route, because yeah, I might pay a little bit more on the front end, but when the money starts coming in, I don't owe you a cut of that.
So what's the flat fee for a TuneCore?
Don't quote me on it. I think TuneCore, and it's not a lot. It's not a major difference. I think Distro Kid maybe $20.
$20. I do Distro like 20 something a month.
Yeah, like 20 something.
And TuneCore, to my knowledge, is like 30, or it might be a little bit 30 to 40. So it's not a big difference, but that's where it come in at. It's a big difference if you're not gonna make any money from it, because I might well say that $20. And it's a big difference if I am gonna make money from it, and now I should just pay that $20 instead of now I gotta send you 500, whatever I'm making, now I gotta send you more. So that you gotta be more honest with yourself as an artist to really determine which one is best for you. Because there's no wrong answer with that. It's just, is this a money move, or do I just like putting out music? That really should decide what you're gonna do. Speaking of a money move, because I had a guy ask me this the other day when he was asking about, everybody knows like YouTube beats, they're out there and they're good.
Yeah.
He asked about like, when should I buy a YouTube beat if I was using a YouTube beat? What would your answer be to him?
I'm gonna be honest. When it comes to YouTube beats, man, that spectrum is so iffy, man. Cause like most of the time I try to get my leases. If I can't get my lease, I'll put it out on SoundCloud. If I can get the lease, I'll put it out. But you know, you might be, you know, y'all make music, you might be feeling the beat,
Right.
feeling it. Like, man, I got to. Then you go check the beat store. He charging $50 for the lease,
Right.
and that's just a lease. You know, a lease is like rent.
Yeah. You
You can buy the exclusive, but he might want $400 for the exclusive.
Right.
So it's like that. That's
I like your point, but let me hear you all's answer before I.
Alright, so I would not buy a beat unless my views go over 100,000. I would not buy a beat. Cause that's viral to me. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm finna make money. Cause that's, if I'm screaming over 100,000 on Distro Kid, that's $500. That's $500 every 100,000 streams.
Yeah.
So it's just like, that's when I would buy the exclusive to the beat. I wouldn't even lease it. Like, you ain't finna make no crazy bag off that.
I like your point, and like I said, I got something I'm gonna say once we get Ann's answer.
I ain't buying no YouTube beat.
That's a fact.
you know, I looked into it at first, but Nah, I like the vibe. I like to have my own.
Let me ask you this: Devil's advocate, you can't vibe off a YouTube beat. There's a lot of crazy YouTube beats out there.
Oh, you said
Crazy.
do you use YouTube beats?
Nah.
You don't? Where you get your beats from?
Well, I look up if I had a producer, you know what I'm saying? We
I'm crazy, man.
Okay, so y'all got to let me. There's no wrong answer. Now, I would say not to limit yourself, especially early. Keep that because when I first started, what was the? I'm talking about old. When I first started, it was something called SoundClick.
Yeah.
It had crazy beats. You just download and do whatever, and then the wave became YouTube.
Where Bryson got his beats from.
Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with using YouTube beats. The issue is, the question goes back to, if you use one, when should you buy it?
Right.
Yeah.
And that goes to, that went to my guy who asked the questions. He's like, y'all want to push this song, when should I buy it? I think, I like your answer the best, is once I hit that certain point and I think it's about to do something. Yeah. Reason being, there's a certain area where you should buy that beat at, because if you miss that point being, Bobby Smurder, y'all remember the song called Body? He used a YouTube beat, and he missed that point where I should buy it, because if I buy it before, I may know it's going viral, but if I buy it before you know it's going viral, like you said, it may cost you $400. Yeah. Guess what? If I didn't want to pay you $400 then, and now we all realize this song's about to make $20 million, am I selling you that beat for $400 anymore? And I think with Bobby Smurder, I don't remember the numbers, he waited until the song, I think he was already making money from it, then he had to double back. Yeah. Life is about leverage. You no longer have any leverage because you need to make money on this song, and I own this beat. So guess what I want now, so you can keep pushing this song? I want 65, 70% of everything you get from this, and guess what you can't tell me now? Nope. So that's the right thing to figure out. I like your answer the best, because if you miss that point, yeah, you might, again, I want to save money. That goes back to which distribution are you using? Yeah. I ain't about to make no money on this. I don't want to spend that money. Yeah. But that's your right. But when it does make it, you spending that money. So you got to be honest. That goes back. Be honest with yourself as an artist. If there's zero income, you're not going to sue me for the beat, because what are you going to take 0% of zero? Can't get nothing. But if I'm making money, there's now money, and you need to split that with me. And now I'm not taking 400. You crazy out your mind. You just made $5 million on that alone last week. Yeah. I'm not taking 400. That means, what's your thoughts on that?
I ain't really got it. I like what everybody said, to be honest.
All right. So let's get into I don't know everybody. Well, we got levels. You all been in here for years, so this might be a better question for you all. What's some of the biggest artists that you personally work with? Hey, y'all better say somebody. In 15 years, you get a feature.
I thought we were going out. I don't really feature like that, man. Like, me and him got a feature. We just did some cold shit, but I don't really feature like that. I just be making.
I'm putting y'all know this podcast. I can't accept that answer.
Like, I'm gonna be like with me, man. Like, I got a homeboy I work with, you know, but he got his own lane. I got my own lane. You know, I linked up with my boy. We got something coming on one of my projects. Right. I'm just not starting to like embrace people like, man, I'm listening to this.
Devil's advocate. Who you embraced, I need a lane. we don't do general answers. Yo, I love everybody move, everybody work. That may be true. If you want to say Serion, then that's no long answer. Somebody needs to say.
I'm gonna say Cam. I'm gonna say my guy Trey Party. He's local. You know what I'm saying? He in Atlanta right now, but I don't really do features like that. You know what I mean? I can say goddamn, my local homies like YSN. You know what I'm saying? I did some songs with them guys too, but they're my folks though. You did.
That's no wrong answer. Just
I got another song coming out. This was the first song I sent outside my circle to my boy Chaz. He got on it, and I was like, "Hey, bro, this your vibe, man." And I'm listening to. He had just dropped a project. I said, "Man, this you like. If you give me the favor." And you know what I'm saying? With me, like, I'm all about trying to network and link with somebody. I don't care if you as lyrical as J. Cole and just vibes like Travis Scott. Like,
Right.
Let cook it up, let work, let get this out.
It's crazy you said J. Cole. Y'all know what I'm thinking.
You look just like J. Cole. I couldn't let it slide, bro. I had to say that. You only got 2 songs.
Yeah, bro.
And I think I'm the only person who will be on your song. So by default, you're not going to answer. Because that goes out the question.
You know, and the producer that, produced both of them songs, he also...
Shout your producer out, man. You said y'all...
Sniper Beats, man.
Shout out. Good dude.
Yeah.
Good dude.
You bought the beat, bro?
Yeah.
Okay, so he buying beats just not on YouTube. He gonna buy the beat just not YouTube. You ain't getting his money.
Yeah. Alright, look, you got an in-house producer, man. You better cook.
Yeah.
That's a perfect camaraderie right there. Like Metro Thug, like you got to think about all the producer in like Baby and what's the guy? The Baby makes
Is it Weezy?
Nah, the Baby.
Jetson.
Jetson. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Jetson. Oh yeah, that's a fact.
Y'all build that chemistry. Y'all go crazy. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so we I know you all style because I'm a fan of all you all and your music.
Yeah.
But let's say somebody ain't never heard you, and I'm trying to describe your style to them to try to get them to hear you. What am I telling them?
Hey man, just say.
Just doing it one time. You got, matter of fact, you got 5 shots. Whoever make the most wins. Hold on.
He personal, man. He might get
I can't accept that answer. Demetrius, that's somebody who don't do music. So I say, yo, I need you to check my man out. He versatile. Are you going to listen to that?
Nah.
Probably not. What is going to make them go check you out?
You really you're going to have to say like, really, 'cause I heard this at a show. The lady, I was in Atlanta, and she said, man, I'm listening to your song, man. You passionate. Like, you put a lot of passion into what you be saying. Like, I see that. And she looked at my boy and said, you just here for the vibe. So you here to turn up, you ready to go. So I just tell him like, man, I got this guy, listen to his music, like, he gonna give you something, he gonna tell you something real, like, he passionate, like, listen to what he said.
I like the fact you said passionate, because I'm not gonna lie, if somebody say, yo, man, you can really hear it in his music, he passionate. As somebody, I just like to see exactly what you're talking about. I may give you a listen off the fact what you mean by he passionate, what that mean.
Yeah,
So I may probably click on it, I give you one chance. If that one song is good, you might have got me, but the passion though, if I don't, it's like, yo, if I like that passion on that one, all right, let me hear something else. It's a good answer, but it's like, it's gonna get me to hear you once. I don't know if it's gonna get you more than one chance though, if it's just saying.
And I'm gonna tell you, like, one of my boys told me, he said, man, I would tell him, like, I ain't really on that song no more. He was like, look, man, your old song still do to somebody that don't know you. And I had to think about it, like, dang, you right, man. I can't
You just gave me a question I didn't even have planned. I want to hear y'all answers. Again, I don't know you, I ain't heard you, but what's gonna make me go click?
My first thing I always say, I always ask them who your favorite artist is. And then based off that, I send them what album sound like that. Cause like I make different.
Yeah, you're a cheat code. You're a cheat code. I give him that. I gotta give respect. You are a cheat code. He do. Let me give him some love. He got R&B. He got a whole R&B tape. He got rap, and it's not like just a regular rap. He got some lyrics, and he got the up tempo. So you are a cheat code.
Yeah.
You might can get away with it. It's like
I'm a writer though. You feel me? So
Yeah.
like I could really be in the back, just pennies. You know what I mean? Like
Nah, you're a cheat code. I give you that.
So that's what I do.
Alright, what's making us go listen to you?
Well, I'm new to this, so still trying to find my way, but let me put this out here.
I'm gonna cut you right there. You just trying to find your way about listening to you. That sounds like if I heard that, if you came up to me and you said, yo, hey man, I'm just trying to find my way. To me, hey, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. If dudes start the conversation like that, I'm gonna think you're not confident, or two, you know your music's trash, and you just trying to, hey man, come on man, just.
I'm the type of dude, I'm gonna listen to it just to see what's popping. Like even if it's trash, I'm gonna still listen to it just for the comedy. You know
I'm gonna listen to it. I might listen to it, but if you come to me like, I'm just starting.
But the average person, you're right.
Yeah, so I need a better answer. What's making me listen to you? Because that sounds like, because the thing in anything in life, if you don't believe in you, I don't believe in you. So you shouldn't be able to tell I'm just starting. You should just hear it, and then they ask you, how long you doing this? Oh, I just started. What? That's crazy. Like, that's crazy. I would have never known that. But if you telling me from the jump, I just started, you trying to set a lower expectation for your music.
Right.
So, what exactly? I wanna, what's making me click on you?
I say my storytelling. I'm telling you.
I'm glad you said that because I like your style. You
Yeah.
have a soulful style. You do, and that's why I had to correct you because I felt like you sold yourself short on your talent right there. Because I just started. You can't tell I couldn't tell you just started till you told me this is my first song. So don't ever start a conversation without just started because you're already trying to set something in my mind that, because I'm automatically think, oh, he don't think he that good. He just don't actually say that. He don't want me to be mean to him because he's still learning. Is what I would take from that. Demetrius, anything you want to add on that question?
Nah, not this time, big dog.
All right. I forgot my question I thought of when you said that. We'll come back to it. We're going to get there. All right. This is the $1 million question, and there is no right answer, but I will challenge your answer regardless of what you say. All right. So, would you sign a record deal or remain independent if given the opportunity?
Man, I'm gonna keep it real. I like the idea of like touring, but you need that label backing. But at the same time, there's a lot of independent artists who run it. Like who run it. If I can get in a deal that say, all right, we just gonna give you a distribution deal. All right, we will fund you touring. You keep everything. Well, you're not gonna keep everything.
I said there's no deal you keeping everything.
Yeah, you're not keeping everything.
Right.
So, give me my masters. Them will hold me over. You can have
You're not getting your master's
That
contract.
either. They don't need no
They
master.
gonna get So, man, honestly, I don't. If the opportunity came, man, I'll probably sign that deal.
We got one side of the deal. Let's keep it moving. We're gonna build on this question. We got one side of the deal.
I ain't signing the deal, man. I gotta build leverage. If you looking to come get me, that means I got something. I'm gonna keep building my leverage. So now when I come to you, you gonna have to give me what I want. You know what I'm saying?
You can tell you've been in the game for a second.
Yeah.
And what about you?
I ain't signing no deal, nigga.
Why you not signing the deal?
I'm just gonna build my name up, like he said, like Cam said.
All right, let me ask y'all this. Let me ask you this. This, you can take yourself out of it because two of y'all said y'all got signed, one said y'all signed. So this is more a mindset question than just tied to you. You are a new artist with no following. There is a major label who wants to sign you, but only if you agree to a 360. Do you sign? Yes or no?
I'm sorry, yeah, cause like you gotta think about who are those artists that labels have signed that was at zero, 24K, Kid Leroy, all these some of these artists like they just popped out of nowhere. These folks at zero, they caught them when they was on the background. They try to make it seem like they want to build it, but nah, they really gave them that leverage to like, hey, I'm gonna get on this song, or get writers in the building and get on this song, and I'm gonna put it out, and then we gonna promote it on the back end, and now they're a big star. You know what I'm saying? So I would, yeah.
We got one yes.
360, huh?
Again, you're a new artist with no leverage. You have no fans.
Yeah, I was no fan, no leverage.
We got two. They signed. What about you?
I'm gonna have to, probably gonna have to sign.
So we got 3 signed. Let me ask y'all this. Everybody said yes. Everybody forgot the most important question. What's the contract specifics? All 3, there is no 360 deal.
Nah, I don't care what it is, I'm signing.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Because all 360s are not the same. People hear the word 360 is automatically a stigma of, man, nah, the label taking everything, man, I ain't getting no money. You know there's 360 deals. Technically, if 360 just means I get a piece of everything you do.
Right. But
the split is important on that because a 360 could be a 95-5 where you keep 95%. Or it could be a 95-5 where they keep 95%. All of you all said yes without knowing the contract specifics. Are you signing a 360 where they keep 95%?
Oh, that's crazy.
Now, off your last answer,
here's the thing though. When you say that, we talk about, do shows and touring, the back end money, they not saying that back end money. I'm gonna get my bread regardless. You know what I'm saying? How long, how many years I'm gonna be in this contract?
That's important as well, because I was
How
gonna
many
say,
albums I got
the most, that's what I was waiting for somebody to ask. What's the split and how many albums? Because again, if I have no leverage, hell, even 5% of nothing is better than what I'm getting. If I only gotta do it for 2 albums. Most artists put out 2 albums in 2 years, I'm out of it, and now you built me up a fan base. But if I sign a 95-5 and you're keeping 95% and it's a 6-album deal,
They taking all the risks.
Yeah,
We ain't really taking no risks.
Yeah.
They taking all that. We just gotta think about it. A lot of these artists I don't think 95, but a lot of these artists in these.
no, that's just crazy.
That's
Those
crazy.
splits are around 50 to 70, just depending on that. It's not 95-5. That's
A lot of
just
these artists took that deal, you know what I'm saying? And the label take the risk, but you gotta think, they get the notoriety, they get the commercial, they get sponsor brands, they get all types of things. So as long as you keep your brand clean, you can make money without the label being involved. And if you're versatile, like, shoot, you know how to record yourself, make your own videos, you only gotta use none of that budget from the label, you can use it. You know?
Now, I have to challenge that because, again, if you're in a 360, I forgot which artist it was. I had to do my research. But it was an artist who was into it with her label because she put out T-shirts
Right.
that the label did not help with the design, the label did not help with production, the label did absolutely nothing. She sold the T-shirts, then the label said, we need money off that. She said, why? They said, it's in our contract, there's a 360 off everything you do. So that's why, again, you gotta know the specifics, because some 360s aren't the same. We are taking a percentage tour money, we're not taking your merch. Some 360s, because it's plenty artists who can complain, they taking merch too. If I go back to leverage, if you got a little leverage, I might let you keep that because it'll close the deal. If you ain't got no following, I ain't giving you nothing. Why would I? So, and 360s aren't all bad either, because a lot of people forget, at the end of the day, if you a star, you gonna be a star regardless. You gonna get the money regardless. At 360, 50-50, 50% of 20 million is a lot better than 100% of $20. So, like, people forget Drake's 360 was in a 360, that was in a 360. Drake was signing like 6 people at one time. So, if you gonna make the money, you gonna make the money. If you're not gonna make the money, you're not gonna make the money. So, and again, when you're in a 360, the label doesn't want you to fail because they're gonna, they invested in, now they're a $1 billion company, they didn't invest a grand scheme, like they ain't gonna follow. I mean, they ain't dumped the company into you, but they did spend some money on you, so they want you to succeed. But even then, if it's not meant to happen, it's not gonna happen. So if you have no leverage, I would. That's what I said. There's no wrong answer. I would personally sign a 360, but I would have asked what's the split and how many. Because you might. And I take music, and people always talk about, you hear every single artist complain, especially when they brand new in the game. I compare that to like sports. You don't get rich off your rookie deal. Every sports person will tell you look for the second contract. So same thing with music. You can think you're worth $1 million and you may be. You're not getting it on your first deal.
So just like Megan Thee Stallion did, she was going through all that crazy with her. The label she signed to before the Majors came in, it was like, okay, we got a ball game now. And she was complaining at the fact that the original label she signed to didn't want to pay her. But the thing is, she said, every time you hear, you say, I was young, I didn't look at the contract.
And that's something that ignorance is not an excuse in business. At the end of the day, if you are in a contract, that means at some point that contract was in front of you because you had to sign it.
So you got a lawyer.
You got a lawyer. If you don't understand, you had a lawyer that you paid good money, and with Megan Thee Stallion case, ignorance is not an excuse. You signed, if I wanted to sign you and I sent you a contract and you tell me I don't understand the contract, I say it's cool, come talk to my lawyer, he'll explain it to you, and you only come to my lawyer and you sign it, whose fault is that?
They can't pressure you to
see, I heard that a million times. Like, the label would give you a lawyer to look. 9 Nah, you get your own. I heard it a million times.
So you know, with Kanye contract, man, they said he can't even retire his contract.
And that's another thing. And that goes to, it's important to figure out how long are you in that contract. It's just like Meg Thee Stallion. When you get hot, like if you wanted to use leverage, you didn't have no leverage when you signed it. I am hot. I am crazy hot now. And most contracts do have a buyout. And let's say Meg Thee Stallion buyout was $1 million. You may have a buyout in your contract, but they have to be willing to let you buy them out.
Yeah.
Why would I accept $1 million from you and I made you a star? And that was with Meg Thee Stallion, that was their argument.
Yeah.
I made you a star. You were nobody when I found you. You are a star now. You want to send me $1 million check. I don't want your check because I'm going to make $20 million if I keep you in here.
So, percentage.
Like, he didn't know you were going to blow
that's
up.
what the message comes in. They probably own some of
They
the message.
own all her masters. That's why she's mad about you.
Man.
That go back to, again, Meg Thee Stallion, just like y'all, when I first said, hey, you want a 360? Yeah. Now, you signed my 360, I didn't know that was in my contract.
Right.
Did I give you a contract? Was the contract ever in front of you? If the contract was never in front of you, you're not in a contract because you couldn't have signed the contract. So that ignorance in business is not an excuse. Let me ask you this, just to piggyback off of that, because a lot of artists, not just Meg, complain once they're in that contract. Do you feel sorry for them when they complain?
Nah, it's what you make out of it.
They complain after they famous, bro.
Yeah. You can't be sorry, man. It ain't like
You know what I'm
when people
saying?
sat in front of you.
When you was desperate, you know what I'm saying, looking at it, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because you don't have the son. You don't have the son.
And then
What's your opinion on that?
I feel the same way. Honor your contract, go ahead and do what you gotta do, then you can make the money you wanna make.
Yeah, people, and sometimes people forget, a bad deal is, truth is only a point of view. A bad deal is only based off a person, because a bad deal to me may be a great deal for you.
Yeah.
So that's one of those, they start looking at other people's deals and be like, man, Drake got this and that. That's Drake, what do you mean? Of course Drake got that. So yeah, you can't compare yours off of somebody else's, but you know, and the thing is, life is about leverage. If you ain't got no following, you might need to go with them. Because if you did have a following, or if you were moving it away, they're not coming to you with a 360. They're coming to you with a joint ventureship. So you gotta be honest with yourself. They're not, if I know you the hottest guy right now, I'm not even gonna open my mouth to ask you for a 360. I'm gonna come to you like, hey man, can we work some, like you said, can I keep my masters?
Yeah.
Do you have leverage? No, then no. If you have leverage, and I know you're gonna make money regardless, like, hey man, something better than nothing. Like, it's the flip side. When you were the artist, something's better than nothing. When I'm the label, he gonna make that money regardless. Something better than nothing. Can we get a little percentage of this?
Right.
So life is about leverage. If you got the leverage, then use it. If you don't, then get it. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. So
that time I was on the road, she was not the same. I just had that 30 on me, fool the niggas brain. All these diamonds on me, ain't she ain't really plain. Bust out on my watch and said the Richie is insane. Baby, why you stopping? You must tired of getting paid. I just hit a look and I can do this all day. Niggas ain't surviving.
Let's put a little pressure on y'all. Let's put a little spotlight on y'all. Do you feel you get the support equal to your talent? Locally or just in general?
Nah, not even close, man. But I don't even right now, I used to worry about it a lot. Cause when I first got into when I first started making music, I was like hip hop heavy. Like I was like rap, bar. Like and I was taking it serious. I was looking for that, but I said, nah, I'm just do what make me happy. I'm just do it for fun. That's what I'm doing now. I'm really just doing it because that's what it's like what I like to do. It's like my therapy, you get what I'm saying? If something happens, something happens. I'm not even reaching for it no more, you get what I'm saying? Like, cause I got, I do this, so I ain't worried about what people talking about. But that's something about it, bro. Look at your analytics, bro. Y'all look at y'all analytics. It ain't even coming from your city, bro.
That was it. I was about to say that. Like, I do it for the love, and you're not gonna get the love from your city, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get the love outside the city because they don't know you. Yeah. People that know you, they hate whatever. Yeah, that's old boy. He think he whoop whoop, and I do it off love.
When you go crazy, now you like, I know you. I'm like, nah.
It's all too late.
What about you?
See, I'm the same way, man. Like at first when I started, I was like, man, ain't nobody listening to me. Yeah. Then the shift came when I was like, somebody in Pennsylvania listening to me.
Fact.
So I was like, I can never go on their own. Cause at the same, like I always say, like, if it meant for me to pop locally, then I'll pop.
Right.
But if I don't pop locally, that means I'm looking at these different countries and different cities I ain't never been to. You know, most artists, that's how they pop. So
Yeah.
basically, man, like, you know, right now it's just out of the love. Like, I'm just doing it to do it. I'm giving you my skill, giving you my
famous
respect.
artists out of their city, man. You think
Yeah,
they care about what you got going on? Like most of all these artists that died in this year, last year, the year before, they died in their own city, man.
Yeah,
so like, just like what I need from the city, I don't need them from the man.
Yeah, I always say to any artist who's starting who gets frustrated with that, they will never support you until you no longer need their support.
That's
an awesome quote.
Like, once you the guy, and once they start seeing you on billboards, man, that's my dog. Man, I always like this you. But till then, yeah, that's why. And the thing for me, and I realize I give this advice to anybody. I truly just make music for me. Like, I make music to, man, I'm riding the car. This is what I want to hear. I can honestly care less. I can care less if you listen to it because I didn't make it for you. Now, don't get me wrong. If you decide to listen to it, that's a plus. But that's not a necessity. So I just wanted to hear y'all answer on that because a lot of people complain that they're not getting the support. And to those who claim they do get the support, I would ask in what terms, because some people confuse support with, oh, my man's is fire. That might be true. That might be true. But if your man's who said you fire to you, one, what is he doing when you're not around? Is he telling people who don't know you about you? Is he sharing you? If you put out something, is he buying it? It's things like that don't confuse that support, because I can like you all day, but the true testament to somebody how it truly feels about you is when money's involved. I might like you enough to listen for free. Do I like you enough to pay? Do I like you enough to pay $10 to get your tape? Do I like you enough to come and see your show out of town? If you down the street, I might pull up. I ain't doing nothing tonight. Do I gotta travel to go there? If I tell you, if I call you from my show and ask you what you're doing and you at the house doing nothing, you just told me that I don't care enough about you to go to your show because it's out of my way. It's an inconvenience that I don't feel your talent is equal to. Because if Drake was down the street and Drake had a free ticket to his show, I guarantee your homeboy fresh as hell on the way to the show. So that's the disconnect. You gotta tune out the words because your actions may not line up. Now, if your actions line up, then great. They truly do support you, but 9 times out of 10, there is gonna be a disconnect. So you can't take it personal either, because in their mind, they maybe not see it like you because they're not chasing the same passions. They may think that's helping you, but in essence, it's not. So let me ask you this. This wasn't a question, but now that I put it in that context, if you felt like a friend was doing that and they felt like they were supporting you and they really started arguing with you about it, would you say something or would you just let it go?
Yeah, I always say something, you know what I'm saying? Because you're supposed to be the homies. I don't really have that problem though, because the homies listen to my music, they support
Do
it.
your homies buy your music?
Yeah, they buy it, yeah. You know how folks be like, hey man, I see you got it for 10, but I got 5, let me get it. Nah, I need the whole 10, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really have that.
Devil's advocate, I haven't played it enough this episode. I can never tell a man what he's worth. I can only tell a man what I'm willing to pay. The fact that they came to you and told you, let me get 5, are they truly in support? Nah. If I go into Walmart and I say, hey, Walmart, yo, I really like this computer, $500 a lot, yo, $250.
Exactly. Right.
It's not the same. If they want to go into Walmart and ask for a discount, because at that point, if I'm paying Walmart full price for what I want to buy from Walmart, that means I feel like that is an adequate price for the quality I'm about to get. So the fact somebody opens their mouth and tells you, I'll pay half of what you think you're worth.
He's saying you're worth it.
But I'm gonna play devil's advocate. So like, in my mind, the nigga in me, if I know somebody and they selling something, my mind gonna say, dang, I could really get it for half off if I ask him, but I ain't gonna ask him. Just go ahead and get it.
That is a fair answer. My retort back to that is, and anybody who I bought anything from locally can tell you.
Yeah.
If you tell me your price is $10, I probably sent you.
That's what I do, right? Cause I do that for facts. But in my mind though, I know this nigga. But that's the nigga in me. You know what I'm saying? But of course I'm gonna pay what the price is. I may give you a little tip on it. You know what I'm saying? But I trust me, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. So y'all, what do you feel? If your homeboy is dead saying that he supports you and you don't feel like he does, are you saying something?
Man, I don't have to, man. I don't have to, cause it's like you my dog. Like, word. I mean, I get where you coming from, but I mean, if you gonna ride. If you're not, man, we can move this over. You can hop out. I'm still gonna do what I'm gonna do regardless. You know what I mean? Cause me, you see it a lot in the industry already. You know, you see folks doing the shows. It's 30 people on stage. Ain't no way they in contact with all 30 of them people, man. So it's like if I walked out of here today and I look and I say, oh man, my music blowing up, and you see one of my videos just everywhere on Facebook, you know how many people gonna be like, oh, I knew he was gonna make it, I knew he was gonna make it. But at the same time, they're like, but you wasn't supporting from the beginning, where you was there from the jump. So when it comes down to it, man, you know, you got, I mean, like, if they meant to be and ride with you, they meant to be, but if it's not supposed to happen, not everybody can't go. You know what I mean? Like,
I tell that with you can't save everybody.
Everybody can't.
Sometimes you gotta put friends, and that may be a good friend for what I'm doing now. You may not be the right friend for what I'm doing then. So yeah, you can't take it personal. It's just all business. All right, so y'all look hot as hell. We about to take a break real quick.
I shoot him extra, man, every time, cause it's like, you doing something for me, like, you working for me. I did the hard work.
I'm glad you're here, because this is like the 5th time you done made me think of a question that I did not have. Who is more important? The engineer, the beat producer, or the rapper?
Man,
1, 2, 3, I need you to put them in order.
Man, look, it gonna go your engineer, your producer, and the artist. Cause the engineer gonna make your song. I can go in there, I can't sing a lick, and I might be singing all on the song. Send it to the engineer, come back, he be like, oh, this a hit. I'm sounding like Drake on the song. I don't sound nothing like Drake on the song. Your engineer, the thing is with your producer, you gonna say, if you got a manager or if it's just you independently, you gonna say, hey, send me a beat pad, send me some beats when you on that level, like send me some beats. Right. Like you got your in-house producer, like y'all gonna chop it up, he gonna know like, oh, I know what kind of sound my boy wanna roll with. But when you just freeballing it and you playing around with ideas, you gonna be like, send me some beats. They gonna already have them beats made, you know what I mean? Like, a producer might make 10 beats a day. And then you as the artist, like, you gonna go in there and create the song, but like, say Oliver right now sit down in the studio, write a song, right? Or I'm recording the song. Y'all still gonna get writer credits on the song, cause y'all in the studio. You might throw me idea and say it like this. That's a writer credit, you know what I mean? So I always say the engineer need to get as much love that can, cause he can make you a break, you know what I mean?
Facts.
That's a fact. What about y'all? Put them in order.
Definitely engineer, producer, and I'm gonna do what I do at the end of the day.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That, to me, all right, everybody got the same answer?
To me, it's a hard question for me. So we talking about in general or for me personally?
That was always for you.
Oh, because I engineer my own, and then I just get the beats on YouTube and I just go. So if I would say,
Don't about it.
You know what I'm saying? So I would say,
even then, to play devil's advocate, you may be doing it all, but you still wearing different hats.
Right.
So which one of the hats you wearing still order those? You know, you're doing it all.
I'm gonna say my mixing, man. So the engineer for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the beats, I feel like, I don't want to say a bad beat, but if I got a bad beat, but if I'm a good rapper, if I'm a good enough rapper, I can make the beat good.
Yeah.
But the beat make a hit though. You get what I'm saying? Not the lyrics make a hit, the beat make a hit.
Yeah,
so it's like that question is crazy, but it's a simple question, but to me it's kind of complex. But I'm gonna just say engineer, rapper, or beat. That's
So you want rapper before the beat?
Yeah, I'm gonna rap it for the beat.
Mitchell, what you think?
Engineer, producer, rapper. So I'm not discrediting none of the rappers, but I feel like if you're a good rapper, you're gonna make it happen regardless. But if the other two don't line up, it make your job a lot harder.
Vince Staples.
That's my dog right
Trash beats.
Yeah, he get on there.
But he rapping, he making the beat. Like Earl Sweatshirt, I don't know what the fuck going on with Earl Sweatshirt.
I seen him recently, but I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, he was on the podcast with Marlon Roy, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But his beat selection crazy. I think he doing that on. I think he trolling the game, but it's Earl. But like his rap is still good, but the beats are like retarded. It's crazy. Like
he said like he don't want to rap. Like he said them our Future days was cool until he got sent to the camp. When he came back, his mindset was different. And you had Tyler blowing up, you had Frank Ocean blowing up,
right.
But it's still 30 of them behind them.
Yeah.
Now you gotta ride with them. And I was an our Future fanatic.
Me too, for sure.
Tyler, he in his own. As an artist, he's in his own.
Earl was the one though.
Earl was the one first.
Earl could have been in the J. Cole Kendrick conversation if he would have made another Doris.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Earl, dad passed, and he was just like, I don't really want to have this superstar. He kind of was like ML Doom.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all keep up with him.
Yeah.
He was just like, I want to keep it low key, like do my own thing.
I think we all agree with that. Engineer is so important because I've heard songs that you hear how it's mixed, and you're like, bro, this song could be crazy. Like, who did this? And not in a good way. I think the beat and artists are interchangeable. Yeah. I would put the beat first most of the time because a beat, and if we're just speaking ratio, a beat is more likely to save a bad rapper than a good rapper is to save a bad beat. So I would put the beat first and then the rapper, which is sad because I make music and everybody disagree. You are the least important thing on your song, but that's a fact.
That's on me.
Alright.
I hear them sirens. Then I hear that black silence.
Hey, I got a question for you and you alone this time, because you are an actor.
Yeah,
so, what goes into determining whether or not you take a role?
Does it imitate, life itself? Like, am I imitating that role in some parts?
What do you mean by that?
If it's females, having females, did I play a role like maybe, not now, but maybe when I was 25, 24, can I take this role? You know what I'm saying? Like a dope boy. I ain't never been around dope boys. Well, I've been around dope boys, but I ain't never, delved into it. But I can also take what I've seen around me and put it into that part. Oh, that's how he act. Okay, I'm gonna embody that. It's really interpretation. That's all acting is, interpretation. Yeah. And I see it, how you move, I'm gonna watch you, boom. Okay, he act like this, and then.
Okay, so let me put you on the spot then. What is a role you took, but you wish you didn't? And what's a role you didn't take that you wish you did?
That's good.
We need an answer. Don't tell me you just made it 100% right.
I would say I ain't got one. Right now, I don't have any.
How many plays have you been in? Or shows?
I've been in 10 shows, 2 shorts, and 1 movie.
So there's 13 roles you've had.
13 roles.
And you're telling me, out of 13 roles, there is not one that you even semi-regret?
Not one right now, no.
So what is a role that you wish you took that you did not?
maybe his last role. It was called Doctor to Doctor, and it's about an abortion clinic. Somebody going to the abortion clinic, like you fighting for your, you know what I'm saying, your child's life. You trying to convince her not to go to the abortion clinic.
Yeah, that's deep. Not to get into any debates related to pro-life or things like that. Did that factor? I don't want you to get too deep into your own personal, opinions. Okay.
Not into that, but I feel like, I know a lot of fathers, and fighting for your child, a father anyway, you know what I'm saying? What I see, good fathers, actually being there for their child and actually want their child to live. So I factored that into it, but I ain't take it up.
Okay, we can respect. I think we all can respect that answer. Does anybody? We had this topic while we was on break, and I had to ask this question now because it came up. Do you judge an artist by his name, and what made you decide your rap name?
Me, my rap name came from, my middle name is Rashad, so I was like, well, I already got a name, and the Young just came from I just want first name, last name, rap name, so that's just how that came about. It flowed to me, and it just, how I roll it off and roll off, but I don't really, sometimes it depends on who I'm listening to, cause I can't listen to no artist named Garbage Bag, or such and such, like what is he talking about, you know what I mean? So sometimes it matters, you know what I mean? But most of the time, man, when Lil Pump hit the scene, I'm like, what's a Lil Pump? What's a XXXTentacion? But XXXTentacion ended up being really dope, so.
I mean, they used to call him like Triple A. They call him everything. Rest in peace, of course, but they call him everything but his name.
Yeah, so it just all depends on what the artist like. It all depends on what your ear like, I guess.
Gotcha. What about y'all? Opinions on that?
I'm gonna go. I would say really curiosity with the name. You know what I'm saying? Like some names, like you said, like Lil Pump. You be like, what is Lil Pump? Then you gonna go listen. I might listen to a song, and if I can relate to it or I get a vibe from it, I'm gonna keep listening, regardless of the name or anything. But if I don't like it, it ain't my vibe, I just go to the artist. And my name, I kept it short. Like, I'm named after my dad, so Anthony Garrett second. So I just said AG2. Yeah, and that was pretty much it.
We had to say, hey, my initials LRW3. Oh my God, what's the meaning behind that? That's my name. Right? People see that. I got some decoded message in my rap name. That's literally just my initials, bro. That was not creative. I promise. I just said that. Right. It came by accident. I actually was just one day, it was back like MySpace days. You gotta put something. Yeah. LRW3, I guess. I don't know. They was like, oh, I like that. I like the way it looked. It's like, I'm going with that. All right, last but not least, what made you choose your name?
That's tough. I chose my name off of clickbait. You know what I'm saying? Really, I'm the type of person that go click on somebody's music based off their name. So if the name is weird or mysterious, because really your name is what your music gonna sound like. So my name is Serial Lost. I'm out of this world. So my music is this way, that way, every way. You know what I'm saying? But it really came from a dream I had in middle school that I had got the name from. We did something. So it wouldn't come from. But you know what I'm saying? It's like outer space type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what it is.
All right. So we established earlier that y'all don't usually do features. There's not a lot of features that you all do.
Yeah.
What factors into your decision to do a feature, and what would be some reasons you turned down a feature, and then how do you tell that person no?
I'm gonna be honest though, I don't necessarily turn down no features. I had some people sing me some crazy songs. I would just do it just to eat them. That's it. Even if I don't like the song, I'm gonna do the song just to eat it. You know what I'm saying? But as far as how I choose my feature, I gotta hear you on that motherfucker. I'm damn, I can't come up with it on that. I'm gonna just send it to him because I hear him on this. You dig what I'm saying? So that's how I choose my features. But when I do features, I be trying.
So let's say I want a feature from you and you don't do a feature. How you telling me no?
I ain't gonna tell you no.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
I'm a rap on that bit. I ain't gonna tell you no. Like, I done had some homies, right? You know what I'm saying? I done sent songs too. They didn't give me a good verse. They were like, nah, that verse trash, bro. And I ain't used their verse. You did what I'm saying? I had that happen a couple times. But as far as like me, and you sending me something, like I'm gonna eat that. I don't care what it is.
I'm gonna challenge that, but I don't want to influence the questions. I'm gonna get the answers. What about y'all?
Me, man, I'm just getting into the feature thing. Like, you know, it's always what is it, like a hitch for me. Like, I really gotta listen to you. Like, and listen to, I ain't gonna be like, oh, this one song he got just made me want to work with. Like, I need to listen to what you got, your collection of music. So then if I like with me and Siri, I'm listening to the song I got, and I'm like, well, the vibe in his world, I'm in my world, I know he gonna bring his world.
Right.
So let me, hey bro, I got this song, I'm gonna shoot it to you. And it was fitting, it just an open verse.
The song hard.
Yeah. Like, it was an open verse.
So how, that works out in the perfect world, of course, it's gonna be a hard song, we doing it. What happens when the song is trash, you can't do it? How are you telling me no?
Keep it G, man. Bro, this ain't this. I can't do nothing with this, man.
I gotta challenge that.
And like, man, I get where you're going, but you went here. I'm trying to be here. You know what I mean? You up here, like you.
What did they say?
And then I can't do that.
What did they say you a trap ver? Like, how you go about doing
a trap ver? Personally, I'm gonna talk to my angel, like, tweak it, man. Take the bad part, we gonna cut it. He might have to.
He gonna cut it completely?
If he say something in there that intrigued me, that I know, cause like when I record my music, it's like it's something missing. So if I know it's something in that verse, that I be like, I can put that somewhere. You know what I mean? I can take it ad lib, put it on my ad lib. Right. You know what I mean? But if it's something I can't do, like if he get on there singing the alphabet, it's like, man, come on, you playing. Cause I tell you, we all artists. I promise you, I see how passionate y'all is, so I know, like, you passionate. You don't want nobody playing with you when it comes to your music. So you gonna tell them straight up, hey man, come on, no playing. I'm gonna tell you, like, record that one more time. You know what I mean? Cause I record my music in the house. And I just work, it's only one person I work with, that's my boy. And if he missing a bar, I be like, hey, say it like this. You know what I mean? Even if it's on like, hey, say it like this, or make your cadence like this, or bring this in, you know what I mean? So like, that's just me, like I can't sit there like, if you send me a bird, I know what you capable of. You know what I mean? So now it's like, I can't get on his song talking crazy. I can't get on that, he talking about real life stuff, and I'm on here talking about in the trap. You know what I mean? Right. So it like, it's all we gotta find back.
All right, Ant, let us know.
I can use you as an example because you got my Black King song. And before that, you know what I'm saying, I listened to you. I actually listened to how you were saying it. Does it? Can I see it? And you fit my message. Right. So then I vibe off you. Now, for me to not do a song, really, I'm gonna stay in my lane. I'm an urban gospel artist. You know what I'm saying? So we talking positive healing. You know, I'm with that. Yeah, right. Now the trap boy stuff and all that, that's fine for them, but I'm gonna make sure I stay in my lane.
You might have the easiest way to tell somebody no, because it's strictly brothers don't make that music.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I've gotten better with how I determine. First off, I hate features. I done told everybody in the world, bro, we gonna get a feature. Yeah, bro, we linking. Not about to be not linking, bro. My thing is, I don't like features, one, because I kind of work at a weird pace. Like, I may not write a lyric for 3 months, and then in 2 days, I got a whole album. So, I can't really plan that, knowing I don't have a set schedule. I can't be like, bro, yeah, we're gonna do a song next week. Because next week, I get in moods. I write in moods. I may not feel like writing next week, and I done told you that we doing something. So, that's why I don't like to do features, because it just don't fit what I'm doing. And then two, I learned, when I do agree to do a feature, I learned, because when I was first starting, you know, when you first start, you just happy to rap, bro. I don't care, send me everything, bro. I'm doing it all. But as you get a little bit more and you start to understand your brand, like I said, what you want to be associated with, I kind of learned, and honestly, I learned, like, not to sound cocky, everybody can't rap with me. Like, all y'all are talented. Everybody can't keep up with y'all on a song. So I learned that as well, that, well, I don't care how it sounds, to be honest. I don't want to waste my lyrics with you. Like, we should be 100. So I learned too, before I agree to say yes, and maybe it do come off a little Hollywood, to be honest. I'd be like, yo, send me the beat, bro. Let me hear what it's playing. Let me hear what you're trying to do. And then if you send it to me and I like it, all right, let's proceed. But if you send me it and I don't like it,
Yeah.
hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna do it.
And that's why, you know what I'm saying, I was blessed enough to have a producer. That's why I build up, because I can actually get the sound that I really want and actually hear, you know what I'm saying, oh, I done heard him. I done heard Cam.
Right.
Cam, get on this song.
And let me ask you this, because I just said I don't want to sound like a liar. Did I ask you for the beat before I agreed to do it?
Did you ask me for the beat? No, I think I sent you the beat.
I think, yeah, you sent me.
I came towards you because I had already seen what you.
I think, and one thing, because I don't want to sound like I'm lying, because I'm talking to me nice podcast, I can't check y'all and not check myself. Because I don't think I asked Ant for the beat first. But my thing is too, I knew what Ant came to me, and if I like your message, then I'll take that. Like I said, I don't like to do stuff like that. But if you're doing something positive, he came to me like, bro, I see what you're doing. I like what you're doing. I'm really just starting. I can really, I want you on this. But I'm supporting you. First off, you supporting me because you took the time to hear my stuff. Least I could do, bro, is drop you this verse. Like, so that's one of those too. But if it's already somebody, because most artists don't come to you like that. They come to you like they're a celebrity, and they be acting like they doing you a favor by even calling you for it. And they be like, all right, I don't owe you nothing. I don't want to do that. So I just wanted to hear y'all opinion on that. Now, because we're talking, you cannot say yourself with this next answer. Who is your favorite local and mainstream artist?
My favorite local and mainstream artist. Man, I'm gonna be honest. I listen to both of y'all.
Can't pick two.
That's
a cop-out.
Which one you going with, Cam?
See, that's hard for me.
That's like me saying who's my favorite. Man, I like all of y'all. Ain't nobody my favorite.
You know what I mean? They're hard for me.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't gonna take it personal. I truly don't care. Let's be honest.
I listen to Cannion, you know what I mean? And my favorite mainstream artist right now, believe it or not, bro, like, I rock with Travis Scott so heavy, bro. Like, I rock with Travis Scott.
I can see Travis with like your style. That makes sense.
You know what I mean? And I rock with Travis so heavy because, like, I went to one that hit, like, Travis music is sonically out there, but I went to hit concert, bro.
Amazing.
Bro, like, I'm looking at the people on the floor. We in State Farm Arena. Y'all know how big State Farm Arena is. And I'm looking at the people on the floor. They mosh pitting on the court floor, like, going crazy. It look like a wave. But see, and I said he got that much impact. People can say all that auto-tune, all that extra he doing in his music, but I'm like, it working. Like, it working. And nobody will be able to manipulate that. It's only gonna be one Travis Scott.
And people had tried to jump on the Travis wave, but it just don't sound like Travis.
I recorded a song that was trying to go in that wave, and I was like, it's there.
Travis, yeah. I like you brought Travis up, because Travis wave. Now, don't get it wrong. If you do it long enough, somebody's gonna figure out your formula. Yeah. But nobody has figured it out as quick as others. Because, like, an example that just came to my mind as far as people like stealing the formula, Migos. Right. Everybody stole that Migos formula as quick as possible. Right. So it's crazy that Travis is still able to kind of secure his own niche, because usually they would have figured it out by now.
Man, so that Astro World, Travis Scott.
Oh, listen to me.
I was bumped it, bro.
That album, the beats are
the beats on that album is so crazy. And the thing is, I've seen videos of him in the studio. When I tell you, I never seen somebody so passionate about just a bar. That man get passionate about a bar. Like, he might say a bar. He might say a bar, and he be like, man, run it back. He'll get on you like he don't play. So that's why I just rock with brothers like that, man.
What about you? Favorite local, favorite mainstream? Cannot pick two.
I need some time. You got me.
All right, we'll come back to you then. And favorite local, favorite mainstream? Y'all see, I'm gonna call y'all out real quick for y'all answer. Y'all thinking too hard. If somebody's your favorite, it don't take that much. So right now you thinking, who ain't gonna get mad if I say
no.
That's
Not even with the local artists. Like, it's with the mainstream because like Wale used to be my favorite artist back in the day, but he's not today. You know what I'm saying? So I never really thought about it again. But when he just did the Travis thing, I listen to a lot of people.
I listen
So it's
to
crazy. Like I can't even like. I can say Gunna.
Who's your favorite local?
Trey Party.
Shout out.
Favorite local, you know what I'm saying, your bars, everything. Just
I'm gonna call you out on the answer. I feel like the answer is
hey, it's a bias. You bias with your cousins. Like,
But then you listen to a local artist though.
He's on the one we listen to.
All right,
so
I was about to say.
I'm gonna check these two out for sure. Like,
Right.
Okay, well, you got. If I'm the only one you know, then by default.
by default, right?
I can't really challenge that. If all
Look,
know.
you gotta answer the question.
Who's my favorite local?
In mainstream.
My favorite. First off, people always say my favorite, but people say that's a crazy favorite artist. But they always say it's a crazy favorite artist, but they always say that makes so much sense. My favorite mainstream is Joe Budden. Everybody say wow, but damn, when I think about it,
Royce though, like the way you rap, Royce, bro. I mean, but hey,
Joe Budden, Royce, that's all kind of Slaughterhouse. That's all kind of there. My favorite local artist, and I'm just trying to think of all the local artists, because whoever I say, I swear I'm gonna be like, damn.
listen, I don't tell.
Honestly, I'm not gonna front, and I don't mean to sound the type of way. I don't listen to a lot of local artists, and it's not to try and sound like I don't want to. 9 times out of 10, I just honestly don't know y'all. Like that just be real. Like they be like, yo, you know him, and they be looking at it. Like I be feeling, I be feeling weird because like I don't even be knowing them, and I don't be trying to be funny. I just don't be knowing because I don't be out in the mix like that. I be with my kid. I don't be listening like that. Just being real. So I like go out to Walmart and I see a dude just staring at me. Like, you know, the rappers stare like, so you ain't gonna show me love. And I don't know. So I'm like, damn, I don't know him, but I'm pretty sure he a rapper.
Right,
so, and then I go back later on and somebody go, oh, that's so-and-so. You ain't speak? Oh, shit, no, that's my bad. So, like, when I say that, like, I would like to, clearly, if I'm here doing this, I would like to know more local rappers, but I'd be lying if I said I knew everybody's shit, because I just honestly don't. And that's why, like, I'm not gonna cop out, but my 3 favorite are clearly right here. It's just a lot of local artists. I didn't call them. Hopefully one day they'll be here.
You can't do that because you just told me.
No, I said,
you know, he got the vibes.
This is I gotta answer. This is who is my, so because I don't listen to everybody, I gotta give a more I guess straightforward answer. How I determine my favorite artist is if I don't know you all, the ones I do know, I like everybody, but then I gotta go off, well, I gotta bring it down to a lower level. How many songs have I heard from everybody? And out of those songs, who do I like the most? And I like both of your songs, but you only got 2 songs. Right. So I like some of your songs, have heard all your songs. So out of you 3, I gotta go with you because one, I've known you the longest, so consistency, I gotta give you that. You've been consistent for a while. You have, and this is not being fun. Like I told you, if I pull my YouTube up right now, I got songs downloaded from you from years ago. Right. So I gotta give that respect to say, you are my favorite local artist right now, off longevity, off talent, and just off consistency. Yeah. But I have to preference that by saying, I don't know all the artists, so that is something to change. So on the next episode, if there's happen to be other people, and they say, yo, who your favorite local artist, it may or may not still be you if I heard other people.
Give a fuck about me. They thought we was playing, done wishing and praying, so we had to take this shit straight to the street. If we can't get justice, you can't get no peace. We burn this shit down and I hope they can see. This is the reason we out in the street. If we can't get justice, you can't get no peace. We gotta fight for our right just to live in this country that don't give a fuck about me. They thought we was playing.
He don't even want to shoot no more. Get the beat up. Y'all got it.
If we can't get justice, you can't get no peace. We burn this shit down and I hope they can see. This is the reason we out.
So we back to the Talk to Me Nice podcast. We just crowned the winner of the first ever Talk to Me Nice shootout. Congratulations on that. We're back to the topic at hand. Nick Cannion, 7 kids. What suffers? His career or his ability to parent?
I say neither, man. Only reason I say neither because y'all say he got 6 baby mamas. Like, that's crazy.
5 or 6, I don't know. It's over 4.
Over 4? It's crazy, right? So, I think even with the moms being in the live and Nick stepping in when he need to step in, I think he'd be fine. And for his career, like, he always gonna make the money. Like,
I gotta challenge you. We're not saying about if the mothers are gonna be good parents.
Right.
We're asking about strictly Nick. We're not asking are the kids gonna be bad because they still got moms. We're asking, does Nick Cannion's ability to be a parent suffer or his career with that many kids?
I can't speak, but see, me personally, I can't speak on him because I don't know his schedule. How often do he see the kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have to know. Like,
let me ask you this from a third person's view. If you have 5 baby moms, I don't know where all the kids live.
It's crazy.
But if your kids, let's say you got some kids in New York, you got some kids in Cali, you got some kids in Florida.
Yeah, okay. That perspective.
How does that affect your career? Because you either have to go all these places consistently to see the kids, or you're gonna have to go do your tours, wilding out tour. You're gonna have to go do whatever career obligations you have.
Right.
It's different with that amount of baby mom. It's one thing if you had 7 kids, 1 or 2 baby mamas. I just gotta go here. You have 5 baby mamas everywhere.
Yeah.
So you're gonna eventually have to decide: do I go do this show or do I go see this kid?
Right.
So which one is gonna have to suffer at a certain point?
He asking a hard question. I'll let my guys.
And I've heard this argument before. I hear people say Nick Cannion got money. That does not affect his ability to parent. That does mean he can financially support these kids.
Yeah,
that does not mean he is not to say he's a bad father, because I don't know, but. And to be fair, to shoot Nick Cannion some bail, in every announcement of a baby that's came out, every single baby mama is smiling. So Nick Cannion clearly has a formula that works, but from the outside looking in, would you assume that sooner or later something has to give?
Man, family people don't watch their kids anyway, man. They got nannies and all that type of job anyway already. As is, I think they really survive off the FaceTime and all that, using technology to communicate with their kids. They're different. That's how I think.
Let me ask you this: as a father, because you are a father, congratulations, happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
If you are Cannion is a famous rapper, are you satisfied with just FaceTiming your child while you're on the road?
Nah, not necessarily.
So if you had that times 5, is that going to affect your ability to be a parent?
Gonna be tough. So if I had that times 5, my perspective may change with the amount of kids I do have. It's just like Future. He got 1 million kids too. I'm pretty sure he ain't, you know what I mean? He ain't in the contact
to shoot Future some bail, and I don't know where Nick Cannion's baby mamas live at. They may all live in the same vicinity.
Right.
Most of Future's baby mamas, other than Sierra, I believe live in Atlanta.
Yeah, stay in Atlanta.
So, but that goes back to your ability to parent, because if all my kids in Atlanta, for the most part, I can go see all y'all. But Nick Cannion has had like 4 kids within a 5-month period. So I say this to say, if they do live across the country, and they're all gonna be relative in age, they're all gonna be at the same milestones in life at the same time.
Right.
Kids have a kindergarten graduation. You cannot be at all. So does that affect your ability to?
But look, I'm gonna stop playing this because I play devil's advocate with him because he be coming with the tough questions. So the real answer is it's gonna be hard for Cuz to do his job as a parent. You know what I'm saying? But I'm shooting him some bail because like he got multiple kids, so he got to use different avenues to even support his kid. Cause he know you gonna support him financially. But how you gonna see him? I use FaceTime, you know what I'm saying, like, or whatever. I come see you sporadically, I do. But the amount of money he got, I put him in a state, man. Everybody stay in the same state, but that's in a perfect word, but they ain't gonna do that.
All right, because you said that, I think we already know the answer. 5 women.
Yeah, that
If you
ain't
have
work.
5 baby
That's a
mamas.
reality show. But really, if Nick Cannon really smart, he'll make a reality show out of this whole thing and get a big bag. I mean, I might need to cut that out and send that to him in an email or something. But yeah, that's a bad.
Mariah Carey is not.
I mean, X out Mariah Carey. Like, come on, X out Mariah Carey. All the other girls, they name was some wild not girl. You throw them in the house, a big mansion with the kids and all that right there. Man, you can make a big bag out that, Mr. Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon.
Answer the question, man, because
Nick Cannon.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm with you, man. Like, you gotta look at it like you gonna 7 kids, man, and one can live in Oregon, one can live in Utah. Like, how you can't? There's no way you can do what you're supposed to do as a father, like this, like be there in the present, but like. If you FaceTime, like you were saying, FaceTime and calling, checking in, you know, even if you gotta fly out on the flight to check in on your kids, then but at the same time, like
shooting bail or not shooting bail, devil's advocate. Again, the question remains: what suffers, your career or being a parent? Like you said, I could fly out. If you gonna fly 5 different places.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, it gonna always be being a parent because I'm promise you now, a person like Nick Cannon not finna put his career on the line. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Cause if he start being Nick Cannon, if he woke up today and said, I'm not Nick Cannon no more, I'm strictly about my kid, he might got multiple streams of income, but the money that he got rolling in, we know who Nick Cannon is.
So
it's like he not gonna stop.
Let me ask y'all this, and I'm not telling a man what to do because I could honestly care less. He got more money than me, he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it fair then to assume it's time to slow down for Nick Cannon? Or does money rule out and he can do whatever he feel like doing? Because I'm going to say this, Nick Cannon is clearly not a stupid man. He's not dumb. So all these pregnancies, the condom isn't breaking every time.
Yeah.
This is clearly something being done on purpose.
He's going crazy.
So do you feel it's time to stop at a certain point because you cannot, even though financially they may be fine, but as you said, something is given at this point.
Right.
In your opinion, if it was you, is there a certain time it's time to stop, or is it just like, is the argument if you can afford them, you can keep doing it?
Man, I tell you like Diddy said, bro, I can't stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't stop. Like, first of all, man, like I'm in good graces with my baby mama's cool. I got 5, 6 on me. Did if one get mad, the other one get mad, now they gonna be hitting me for child support. I got 2 kids to pay child support for. They finna hit me on top of the head. If they hit Future for 50, they gonna hit Nick for. I ain't no telling. You know what I'm saying? So he gotta keep that money coming, man.
Now, as y'all know on this at this point, there's never a right answer, and there's always an extra question to my question.
Right, of course.
So, like I said, is it time to stop? Because he's, like I said, Nick Cannon's not dumb. He's clearly doing it on purpose. So you can't
slow down.
I say stop.
I'm gonna say stop.
I say stop.
I'm gonna
say you can't stop until you can't tell him what to do until you know his reason for why he's doing it.
So y'all think Nick Cannon got enough money?
I mean, it's Nick Cannon, man. Nick Cannon got
but look, more money creates more bills and more problems.
More money, more problems.
Like,
but at the same time, Nick Cannon, he might just want a bunch of kids, you know.
And my thing with that is, you need to know the detail. Again, it's not accidental. These kids are coming so quick. So I hope Nick Cannon is in good health. But what if he knows he may be, he deals with stuff, and I'm trying to get as many kids before it's my time. So that's why I say you can't tell a man whether he's right or wrong until I know. Nick Cannon, if I say, yo, what's your reason? I'm like, pull out.
Yeah.
First, stop.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. The devil advocate, man, before DMX died, man, they were saying like DMX had a lot of kids, man. They were saying like he was all about his kid, man. So at the same time, you know, it just I guess it just all depends on the person, man. Cause like me, if I was in Nick Cannon, man, I'm just chill out. You know what I mean? Like
DMX don't got that.
DMX ain't got that bag.
You know what I mean? Like,
you know what I mean? Like,
Nick,
rest in peace to Ed, but he didn't have that bag.
Nick do a lot. Like, if he do, he's still doing the other TV shows and stuff. And
radio shows.
Yeah, if he just doing Wildin' Out, and he can just only do Wildin' Out, that's fine. Yeah. But if he still want to do the other shows and all that type of stuff, he may want to slow down on those. Yeah. But he still got to have some kind of source of income to maintain these kids. Because once they get older, they'll build. They kids are bills. Like, he gotta keep the bag coming.
All right, that's dope. All right, so we got 2 questions left, but this is the last music question. All right, so your homeboy happens to meet an A&R. The A&R sets up a meeting with your homeboy. Your homeboy happens to invite you just to come with him, just for moral support.
Right.
Now, during the meeting, your music happens to get played for whatever reason. The A&R then decides he wants to sign you.
Right.
The only issue is there's only one contract available. You ask your homeboy what he feels about it. Your homeboy says, I don't want you to take it.
Right.
What do you do? Do you take that deal still?
I'm taking the deal, bro.
Why you taking the deal?
I mean, let's talk about what the deal is. The deal pertains, the deal is lucrative for me, blah, blah, blah. If the deal's a bad deal, no. But if the deal's a good deal, I can manage with it, I'm going to take the deal.
What about you?
Look at my boy and be like, hey, man. What you want me to do?
What about you?
Details of everything. Details of everything. Like, we can still be cool. I might can put you on.
Yeah, man.
Another song. Like, even you still, if we still homeboy, if I win, you win.
There's no wrong answer to this question. The thing is, you're not wrong if you take the deal, because in the details, why the hell was I at your meeting? How does my music get played? Like, it all depends details. I said your music might have got played. How? It all depends. Like, will y'all wait on him to come in and you just happen to be playing your song? Right. Or like, did you and your homeboy do a collab and he decided to play the collab and now it's like,
who that is?
Yo, who wanted that on the second verse? You know? Oh, never mind. So my thing is, if you take the deal, you're not necessarily wrong for 2 reasons. One, if you say no to the deal, that doesn't automatically mean he's just gonna say, all right, well, you can get it then. Neither one of y'all are just gonna walk out of there getting signed. So at that point, like you said, I might as well take it. I can even sometimes people pay like a finder's fee. Like, yo, bro, technically, I'll shoot you some bread, or I can leverage this. Now I'll put us in the door. Because if we leave here to say no, to be real, now we both going home still broke with no record deal.
Still being low.
Or I can take this and actually make something happen. And the issue would be for that is business. If your homeboy knows you make music, if your homeboy knows you're looking for a contract, and if your homeboy knows your music may potentially get paid, and your homeboy does not want you to take his deal, then guess who doesn't need to be coming with you to the meeting? So if you decide, if all those things play a part, because he made the decision to put you in that situation, technically you could say you're wrong because that's my friend, but at the same time, I put this on like the Love Pod, like I said this to the Love Podcast. Like, it's not the same thing clearly because it's different relationships, but like I said then, do you love me or are you attached to me? Because to love me means you want the best for me regardless. Attachment means I want the best for you as long as it's what I want to. So that goes back to your homeboy. Damn, I really wanted that deal, but dog, I'm happy for you. Like, this your moment. You go ahead and do that. Other than that one homeboy, my deal, dog. Like, nah, don't take that. Cause he wants you to get a deal as long as he get one too. So he's not, and that's when you gotta be honest, he's not looking out for you. And then so at that point, do you owe him that respect to look out for him? So that's no wrong answer. That's a tough one. I'm probably taking the deal too because of the fact we both walking out broke, or one of us is walking out with a chance to make both of us rich. So that's no wrong answer. But let me ask this, since we're talking about wrong answers, 2 of the 3 of you all are married, correct? Correct. Congratulations to that. If you want to shout your wives out, you're more than welcome to. If you don't, that's fine.
Shout out my wife, Jasmine.
Alright, so I have a question. Since you all are married, and think strong about this before you answer.
It's the question that gonna be this.
Think strong, because this is ending, so you can't come back later on and be like, oh, let me correct that question from earlier. There's no chance. So,
get the couch ready.
Is your wife always right?
Hell
me ask you this. Not to get in y'all business because y'all answered that too quickly. Who runs the relationship?
That's crazy.
Oh, now we scared. We too quick at first. Hey, now, I would say me, but no.
I shoot us some bill, man. Like 60-40.
60-40 who?
Her way.
You in a 360 deal with your wife?
This man.
Hey, be careful when you get answered. Don't come back over and get knocking on my door. Like,
come on, man.
My man gonna be on the 360 on the couch, man.
360 on the couch, right?
Alright, so, you didn't answer. Hold on. He almost got away with it.
Let him out. Come on, get that out. Get that out, man.
I say about 60-40. Like,
Who is the 60, who is the 40?
She is the 60, but when I need to put my foot down with, you know what I'm saying? Like, I let her have a lot of stuff. I let her have a lot of stuff, but that's sometimes you just
let it have it.
Like, yeah, you gotta let them have it. But at the same time, when it's time to really like decisions, be that logic, you gonna have to.
Right. So 60-40. Ladies, please don't put them on the couch. Please don't. Other than that, it's about time we end this thing, man. I appreciate y'all time. Before we end this, any shout outs, any upcoming tapes, any upcoming things we need to look out for? What's going on with y'all?
Hey, Rashad Young, please forgive me. I ain't got no set date yet, but when it drop, you know, I'm gonna make sure we go crazy with it. Me and my boy got a crazy banger on it. You know, follow me on IG, Rashad.Young, Y-U-N-G. On Spotify, I'm on everything, man, and I appreciate you for having me.
That's a fact, my man. Like you said, he got a tape coming out. I don't remember being invited on the tape, but like,
hey, hold on. Why you since we talking, man? You know, since we were talking about features, man. I got one more song I need to cook up.
Put you on the spot, bro.
Hey,
send me the beat, man.
Send me the beat. Send me the beat. And we can go from there. Yeah, I'm invested with you. I got you. All right, what about you?
Word, man. I got projects coming, but I don't know when. I just be doing stuff, so it's gonna be random. I'm random as fuck. But I do got my podcast coming back out, man. I got the Sauce Pack podcast. It ain't coming out no time soon, but it's coming, man. Just be looking out. But I'm Serial Lost. I'm pretty sure Ray gonna make a long ass description, so you gonna find my name in there.
You swear he up there with Drake when I'm done. Like, yo, how much it cost? Oh, I got one more question.
I see his description is real low, so he gonna be in there somewhere, man. Serial.
Hey, let me ask y'all this for you guys. When y'all be watching them intros, you like, what's going on here? Let me watch
this. To me, it be like professional. Like, I listen about stuff. So
it's cool though.
That's dope. And what can we follow you at? What you got coming?
Man, AG2. I'm about to try to drop another song. Don't really know. Got inspiration actually from your podcast about women that's talking about love. So I got another feature for you. You know what I'm saying? I want to drop an EP. No telling when, but it's called God Will. So God Will one. So
that's a fact. So everybody got projects. Nobody knows when they're coming out. Just hope to get them when you hope to get them, basically. But they all got music out already. So while we wait for these tapes, make sure you're watching those tapes. I ain't gonna lie. When y'all let them know when they tape coming out, I'm gonna stop lying to my people. I'm like, yo, son, God's on 3 on the way. Yo, this summer is crazy. I don't know when it's coming. I feel better now that they all said they don't know. Cause I don't know. When I get it, you get it. Till then,
I'm ready, bro.
Till then, if these great gentlemen don't have nothing else to say.
Oh yeah, Black King, Spotify, Best of Me, on everything.
All right, this is your host, LRW3. This is the Talk to Me Nice podcast.
D-Mark got that heat.
As the official winner of the first Talk to Me Nice shootout, what you got to say to the people at home, man?
They gonna have to come see me again, man.
Y'all hear?